I hope you're having an amazing day. Let's get situated here for a second. As you're hopping on, make sure you say hi. If you're watching the replay, hashtag replay. We are going to talk about how to shift your mindset. And we are also going to talk about can crystals change your life? I actually just got that message or that question in the inbox, and I thought I would use this as an opportunity to talk about that super quick and give you a free resource as well. And what else? If you have questions, this is a great opportunity about anything. So as you're hopping on, make sure you say hi. Hi, buddy. And we'll give everyone just a moment to hop on. I don't always see who's on, so if you are on with me, make sure you say hi so I know you're here. And in just a second, I'm gonna share with you a freaking hilarious story. Where are you going with my Jeep? What? Oh, okay. I'm like, where are you going with my Jeep? I'm just gonna put my phone on silent really quick. Okay, you guys. Who do I have on with me? Say hi. Oh, whoops. It's been forever since I've been live on Facebook, and so I have no idea. And live on the app. Okay, let me share with you a freaking hilarious story about this hat. Okay, so earlier today, I took the kids to get their hair cut, and it's like 75 degrees, which is crazy warm. Oh, hi, Sarah. I see you now. It's crazy warm for this time of year, and especially here. Like for here, it's warm. And after we got the kids' hair cut, I was like, you know what? Freedom panels are coming off. And so I decided to go ahead and take them off. I put them in the Freedom Panel bag. I have, hey, Austin, yeah? Can you close that window? He's watching something and it's so loud. I'm like scrolling out over here. Thank you. So Freedom Panel's off, and I have this hat that I keep in my Jeep with me because otherwise it's a hazard to drive without, hi Julie, it's a hazard to drive without this thing on because my hair is in my face, especially now that it's longer. It's just a whole situation. And so we went and we got our groceries, picked those up. All was good. We are driving around, so it comes onto an interstate, and then we've got this loop. And it like goes from like 65, and then you're going like 35 or whatever the speed limit is around that loop, and then we go into town. And then head to base. Have this hat on, and next thing I know, after I was already driving 65 miles an hour, I slowed down to like 35. The wind hit it just right, and it flew out of my freaking Jeep. And I was like, no! Colin, is it back there? Because Colin was sitting in the back seat. And I was like, son of a... I just got this hat. I just got it 2 weeks ago. So if you're not in the Jeep world, this is the Jeep Wave, and it's got a Jeep sign in it. And I was so bummed. And so I get home. I was like, oh, actually we drove out a little bit, and I was like, oh, maybe we could see if we could see it, and we could like stop and like pull over and just pick it up really quick, and it'll be fine. It's totally not safe because it's on the interstate, but couldn't see it. And so I was like, I'm not even going to risk it. I got home, and my husband was like, let's get the groceries out into the house, and we're going to go find this hat. And I was like, are we really going to find it? Because I was so bummed. Like, I just got this hat. We went and we pulled over into this little loop-de-loop and had like my Jeep kind of at like an angle, and we are walking around like a bunch of dumbasses looking for this effing hat. He found it. I mean, obviously, he found it. It was way further away than what I thought it was. It was definitely further away than what Colin and I knew that it flew off at. He found it, and he was like, that's a $30 hat. And you just got it. We're going to find this hat. And I'm like, oh my God, you are my hero. You're my hero. Anyway, so funny. So, For those of you, that's like totally besides the point, but I wanted to share with you that because it's so freaking hilarious. Anyway, so for those of you who are new here, or if it's been a while, because it's been a while since I've been live, my name is Kristen Jones. I'm a spiritual life coach and quantum Reiki healer, and it is my mission to help women heal stress, anxiety, and overwhelm to find inner peace. And today, like I said, we are going to talk about, what are we going to talk about? We're going to talk about shifting our mindset. Let me get comfortable so I'm not at my side. We're going to talk about shifting our mindset, and we are going to talk about hey Jenny, and we're actually going to talk about can crystals change our lives, since that was just asked. And I wanted to talk about that for a second. I thought this would be a really great opportunity to talk about this. And then of course, as I'm talking, if you have questions, or if you have any questions at all that you're like, God, I would really want to ask this, please ask. I love to talk and I love to help however I can. So let's do this. Let's start with this one, because this one's fun. I love to talk crystals. So I'm not an expert on crystals. I just really love them. Right now I am wearing citrine, which is for solar plexus. It is for your like self-worth. Your solar plexus is tied to your mind, so it's anything mind related, anything like anxiety related. Amethyst is another really great one if you're struggling with anxiety, which is a purple stone. So yeah, I've got citrine on, and I think I have a citrine and honey calcite in my bra. Hi, Kathy. What else do I have on today? I think that's all I put on today was just yellows. Feeling the yellow vibes. So, can crystals change your life? I love this question, and here's my answer for you. Crystals are just a tool in our toolbox to help us heal. The thing that can change our lives is ourselves. The thing that can change your life is yourself. We underestimate the power that we harness within ourselves. You have no idea how powerful you are. You have no idea how powerful you are. We give our power away time and time and time again. We think that there's outside sources that can help us, that can change our lives, and really it's all an internal job. And man, I wish I knew this like eons ago. And I fully believe that like every stepping stone that we've taken has gotten us to where we are and makes us who we are, and we're on the soul path, and like, you know, the whole 9 yards. However, it would have been really nice to know and not give my power away or look outside of myself. That said, I really love therapy. I'm a big believer in therapy. I really love, if you guys saw my post about my husband and I have been to therapy, marriage counseling twice. I've been by myself. My oldest son goes. Like, we are huge believers in therapy. And then life coaching, I cannot tell you how many life coaches I have hired over the years for different things. I'm also a spiritual life coach myself. I absolutely love what I do. It lights me up every single day to be able to check in and help my girls, and to be able to give and do what I do every single day. There are so many tools that can help us change our lives, but we are the thing that gets to choose to change our lives. So when it comes to utilizing these tools, ooh, there's a breeze that just started coming in, made me shiver. When we start to utilize these tools on our journey, and we are feeling like we are reaching this plateau, or that we are feeling like we're stuck or stagnant, then, hi, April. Oh, you're not talking to me, are you? You're talking to Jenny. But hi, April. It doesn't tell me everybody that's on. So as you're hopping on, make sure you're saying hi. Please don't hide. So while we're on our journey, oh, April, that Jeep looked like yours. Are you here? Come say hi to me. I probably shouldn't do this while I'm sitting outside, right? We can add in things on our journey, like crystals. Hi. So We can add in crystals. We can add in oracle or tarot cards. We can add in, I mean, journaling, I think hands down, like, man, I just love journaling. I think it's such a powerful healing modality. Same with meditating. There's no right or wrong way to meditate. There are several different ways you can meditate. Is somebody feeling super anxious right now? Because it's making me shake. I wish too. I just need to breathe for a second. So, I'm just going to turn Reiki on. So whoever's watching, just make sure you drink some water. So you can use all of these extra additional tools in your toolbox, but remember, you harness the power within you to change your life. So if you are wanting to learn things like crystals, okay. Oh, girl, you need to text me then. Okay, it must be you. Because almost immediately after you hop on, now that I think about it, I started shivering and like shaking. It feels like I'm shaky. Blah, 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 blah. If you want a free resource to be able to learn like the basics of crystals, the basics of meditation, the basics of smudging, I didn't even talk about sage or Palo Santo or anything like that. What I'm going to do is after I am done live, I will drop a link for my free resources. I have a free ebook called Woo Woo Basics, and it is the basics of meditation, smudging, and crystals, and it will help you really get started. I have, what do I have in there? I have a, like a smudging ritual to help you out. And then also on that free resources page, you'll also see like an empath's guide to energy protection, and I have a journaling guide, and there's one other one. I don't even know. I'm always creating resources. So my website is angierizes.com. If you like to read blog posts, definitely go there, check them out. Hi, Michaela. And yeah, I have all kinds of free stuff on there. So do you have any questions about anything that I just kind of riffed on? I'm drinking. Wrong tube. I'm drinking kombucha. Does anybody else love kombucha? Okay. I'm picky on the brand. Also, some of the flavors are not good. So that one's my favorite. That one and the strawberry serenity or whatever are my favorite. So if you guys don't have any questions about crystals, but if you do, just drop them below. I know there's kind of like a time difference between. You might be if you're feeling anxious. I am. Oh, yay! So as an empath, like normally I protect my energy before I hop on live, but if I don't, and I didn't, it can make me shake, yeah. I used to just think I was like super nervous, but I'm not nervous. I love to go live. I love to talk. But yay for a new therapist. I think it's so important. God. I mean, when we were younger, and I mean, you know, Kathy, for like you and my mom, like your guys' generation too, it was so taboo. Like nobody talked about it. It was swept under the rug. And it's like, now we're kind of coming to a place where people are talking about, you know, the things that we're struggling with and getting it out there because we're not alone. I mean, we all go through something different, but like, we're not alone. Yeah, crystals are so much fun. I love crystals. I use them like every day. I have them. Okay, so let's talk about shifting our mindset. Let me take another drink before I go on. This is something that I personally work on myself every single day, is shifting the mindset. Listening to that mean girl that's sitting in our head, the one that's chattering. How do you activate a crystal? So, good question. So we're going to learn how to basically tell that girl on the inside of your head to sit down and shut up. Or dude, if there's a dude watching, that's fine too. So you activate the crystal. So we I really love Illuminate Your Vibe. You can find her. I think she's got a Facebook page, but I follow her on Instagram. She also has a really beautiful website. And she says, no rules, just crystals. Like, one thing I feel like is we overcomplicate the shit out of everything. And so, to activate a crystal, I literally just hold it in my hand and like a new crystal, and I'll just say, you know, I command you, this crystal, to hold the intention of, so like if it was a rose quartz, I command this crystal to hold the intention of love, self-love, compassion, or something like that. And then thank you, thank you, thank you. Or you just put it in your pocket. Like, we really overcomplicate everything. The crystal is going to harness the energy of which it already vibrates. It already is vibrating at a certain frequency and energy. It already contains that. And so we don't have to do anything. The one thing I would recommend is that you cleanse it. So you can cleanse it utilizing sage. That's my favorite way. Selenite. I actually talked about selenite in my stories on Sunday, I think it was. How to cleanse your energy with selenite. And the full moon. The past 2 full moons, like I wasn't home for this past one. South Dakota home. I was actually in Iowa home. But the past 2 full moons, I've forgotten to set out my crystals. And it's not a big deal. Like, it's not a big deal. Like, the world's not going to come bust. Like, nothing's going to fall apart. Everything's going to be okay. But I really love to use smudging with sage and selenite. I have, like, a selenite dish and a selenite slab that I'll put my crystals on at the end of the day. So, yeah. I get my crystals. So, make sure you guys check out my free resource, my Woo Woo Basics, when I drop it down below. Actually, I think that I just gave it in the inbox. Okay, there it is. So, free resources. So, definitely check out my Woo Woo Basics free ebook. I get my crystals from Illuminate Your Vibe, Rocks with Sass, and Energy Muse, all online. And then you can Google crystal shops in your area. So, you can search rock shops near me, or crystal shops near me, or metaphysical stores near me, something like that, and then just go check them out. That's really fun to do. There's nothing wrong with ordering them online. The only thing I suggest when you order them online is to do your research and check the reviews. I've ordered some necklaces and things like that on Etsy, and I just read the reviews. I make sure that I'm ordering. For me, I personally like to order from, oh my gosh, it's like Dog City right now. Can you hear all the dogs barking? I can't remember what I was saying. I lost my train of thought. But I just read the reviews when I'm looking on Etsy. No big deal. Hey, Becca. Yeah, the selenite dishes are so amazing. They're so, like, you just set your crystals on them at the end of the day, and it's not a big deal. And then I just, if I'm feeling called to it the next day, then I'll pick it up, which most of the time I tend to gravitate towards the same ones, especially like a certain period of time. It actually surprised me that I chose all yellow today. Okay, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, keep the questions coming. I love the questions. So, I've been to the one in Keystone. I don't know if I've been to the one in Hill City. My mom and I went to the one in Keystone, and it's like literally like a little shack, and his crystals were dirt cheap. We got an insane amount for so little. Almost kind of like wow, I can't believe how cheap these are. Such good prices. Okay, so let's talk about shifting our mindset. And then if you have questions about crystals or activating or smudging or anything like that too, I'll definitely answer them too. Okay, so this is something that comes up with my one-on-one spiritual life coaching clients a lot. And before I forget, because I'm such a squirrel, you guys probably know that about me by now. I do have 2 spots open up for my one-on-one spiritual life coaching program. We start on Monday, and I'll give you more information at the end of the video as long as I remember. Otherwise, I'll just drop the link and you guys can check it out, or shoot me a message if you're like, hey, I want more information. Okay, so let's talk about shifting our mindset. So this comes up a lot, like I said, for my one-on-one spiritual life coaching clients. It also is something I work on a daily. We are unlimited beings. What I know to be true is that when we uncover a layer of things that have been triggering us, the things that are overwhelming us. Hi, Matt. You must be out front or out back, huh? The things that are overwhelming us, the things that are making us feel anxious, the things that are triggering us. These layers, as we uncover them, not only do we feel lighter, but sometimes it also will bring forth another layer for us to surface. And here's what I also know to be true. As we are uncovering layers, as we're peeling back these layers and healing and discovering what it is that truly is triggering us, it's truly making us feel overwhelmed, the limiting beliefs that are surfacing for us, it gets easier. It gets to be easier. And I'm not saying that certain situations aren't hard. Like, we're going through a really hard thing within our family, the 4 of us currently, and it's not something I'm going to talk about publicly. And it's really effing hard. There are days where I'm just like in tears and like have no idea what to do. And I get to let it be like that. It's okay to sit in the mud. Actually, I have my lotus flower ring on today. The lotus tells us something beautiful blooms from the mud. And that's a really cool gift that we can give for ourselves, first of all, is that it's okay not to be okay. Man, this is not what I was going to talk about, but somebody needs to hear this today. It's okay not to be okay. It's okay to sit in the mud. It's okay to let it be hard. Some situations are just really effing hard, aren't they? And it's also okay to be okay while you're sitting in the mud, to be happy, to choose happiness, to allow yourself to see things differently, right? It's okay. And so how do we shift those feelings, that heaviness, the things that are weighing on us? How do we shift that? Because we get into this rut is the only word that wants to come out of my mouth right now, but we get into this groove or this normality that we just instinctively look for the hard, or we just instinctively look for the bad. And that's not good or bad. It's just information. And awareness is the first step. Awareness is always the first step. And so often we think that we start to make this progress, and then we come against a wall and we notice that something else is coming up again, or something different is coming up again. And what I want to tell you is the same thing that I tell my one-on-one clients, is as they're peeling back layers, I'm like, can we take a moment and just give yourself a pat on the back and just recognize the fact that you even noticed that shit was surfacing and that shit is hitting the fan is a big deal, because so often we just sweep it under the rug. Like I said earlier, we just allow it to just, we just brush it off, or we just think, oh, I'm just going to let this go. No, you're actually seeing it and you're actually honoring it. And that is a big deal, because not everybody sees those things. And that's okay. It's okay if they don't, because they're not ready for it. Your soul will only allow you to see what you are ready to see. And when you're ready to see it, then you have a decision. Then you have a decision to say, isn't that interesting? What am I going to do with this information? Why am I feeling like this? What's coming up for me? Where is this coming from? And how can I see this differently? And that's how we shift that mindset. So do I have any questions so far? Yes. Inner peace. That is like those words, that right there. That is like everything. That is my intention, to help you find that inner peace. not even find it, to rediscover it. Because it's already in here. It didn't go anywhere. It just gets covered up by the bullshit from everyday life sometimes, right? And it can be hard. And so, how do we shift? Okay, let me see. Okay, so how do we shift this mindset? The first thing is awareness, like I just said. So stepping into awareness of what it is that you are seeing, and then we're not going to beat ourselves up. So the mean girl, so let's talk about the mean girl in our head for a second. This chick, I like to call it some chick that's sitting inside my head, because truly I am a happy person. Truly I am somebody that's bubbly, and I'm like an extroverted introvert. I just have this chick that sits inside of my head that feels like sometimes it's like, what the hell? Like, why am I even thinking that right now? Like, that's actually not true, but I didn't know it until I knew it. And that's that negative thinking that's going on in your head. Our brains were wired to keep us safe. And so here's what happens. We were wired from back when we were like cave people, where we were running from saber-toothed tigers, we were trying to keep safe, and we were trying not to die. And truth is, we're still wired like that. We've evolved as human beings, but our brain is still wired to keep us safe. So what's happening here is that our brain, that chick inside of our head, is going, alert, alert, alert. You're actually not safe. Something in the past has shown you that this is not safe. So I'm going to make you feel this anxiety in your body, or this overwhelm, or this stress, or these bullshit limiting beliefs. And you're going to feel it in your body because I want you to know that it's actually not safe. But the truth is, most of the time, you're safe. And so what do we have to do? So the awareness. And the second thing is to be like, isn't that interesting? Because we're not going to beat ourselves up, because that's really just not productive, right? And so, ooh, Kathy, yes. What grows in the dark dies in the light. Yes, when you shine that light on something, it has no... Sorry, it's getting really dark here. Oh my gosh, can I just flip this? I know I'm like on this roll, but you guys have to see this. Look at this. Look at where we live. I just love it here so much. Oh, it got blurry. Our hills were on fire. I think they've got it contained. I saw it live. Okay, let me just move this. Hold on. Oh. So nice out. I cannot wait to take the top off my Jeep this weekend. Okay, so I want you to think of this as, I want you to ask yourself this. If my child came up to me and said some of the things that I was thinking in my head, what would I tell her? Or what would I tell him? Or a niece or a nephew or grandchild or whatever resonates with you, a friend's kid. What would I tell him or her? Would I be like, what the hell? Why are you thinking about this again? Like, oh my God, here we go again. Or would you get down on their level and give them a hug and just, or something similar, and just be like, what's wrong? Are you okay? How can I help? And then I want you to turn that back to you. And I want you to just take a moment and say, isn't that interesting? Why am I feeling like this? And ask yourself that. And I really love this process in a journal. So you can come back to this and grab this as a journaling guide. Or you can just grab my free resource. I've got my Journal to Heal method in there, where I break down the questions on how you can get to the root of what's going on, or what's coming up for you, or going on. Coming on, same difference. So isn't that interesting? Why am I feeling like this? Where did this come from? Like, what made me feel like this? Is there another time in my life when I was younger that made me feel like this? And this is where it can get hard. This is where it can get tough, because it's making you look within. So you're looking in the mirror now, metaphorically speaking, you're looking in the mirror and you're asking yourself, you're reflecting on what it is that came up for you maybe as a child. I went through a lot of bullying, things like death threats and things like that. My car was keyed, my car was spray painted. Actually, Kathy, I think Tony helped my dad buff out some gold spray paint on my Grand Am. I think even the Buick that I had too. And it can be hard to look at some of the things that we've been through in our lives. And it can be hard to look at the mud. And then when we get to that situation, we can say, well, what's my truth here? What is it that version of me needed to know? And what's my truth? And that truth, that is now going to be the story that you tell yourself, because or the affirmation that you tell yourself. So when I'm diving in and when I get through all of this stuff, when I get to my truth, I then take that truth. That's now my affirmation. So we can get these cute little Pinterest quotes and these things. Like, I love to share quotes and stuff like that, because I know that you guys really love them. But what is the most powerful, what is really going to change your perspective, is stating your truth to yourself each day and then feeling the feelings as if it were already true. If it were true that it is safe to use my voice, for example. I don't know, does somebody here struggle with speaking their truth? If it was true that it's safe for me to speak my truth, that it's safe for me to be authentically myself, what would that feel like? And just hold it. Just hold that every single day, until it becomes your truth. Let's see. Yeah, what other people think of me is none of my business. And that's true. That statement is so true. And also, something that I've learned with that statement for myself is, do I believe that? Because for the longest time, I didn't believe that. Like, what everybody said about me bothered me so much. And it's funny because I was telling Matt, I don't know, last night or maybe earlier today, that I used to experience a lot of haters and people that would leave really shitty comments. And, ooh, Jenny, we're going to dive into this. I don't really experience that. I had one hater, like, I don't know, in the past 2 years, and I really feel like it's because, I mean, one, I just don't give a crap. I don't care what other people think. I know that I'm not for everyone, and that's okay. But the people that I know I'm for, I know that we will all flock together, and that's great. And then also, I've been doing a lot of inner work the past like 3 or 4 years. And so I know who I am, and I know what I'm here to do. And I know to my core what, like, every fiber of my being, I know. And when I shift and I'm like, something else comes up, I figure it out. And so if we have this belief that we're like, we say that and then we don't feel it, then how can we backtrack and find that, you know? Let's see. Jenny, I'm going to ask you, if you don't mind, at times I speak too much truth, is what she said. Too much according to who? So, do I believe in aliens? That's a fun question. Do you guys believe in aliens? I don't believe that it's like Alien versus Predator kind of aliens. But I think that it's a really big universe. And so, I don't think it's crazy to think that there's not something out there, but I definitely believe that there's something out there. This universe is so big, we can't be the only ones. We just can't. That's my opinion. Yeah, this view is so much better than Wichita Falls. I could not live there. I mean, if they made us, okay. But we live in western South Dakota, so near it's from Mount Rushmore. I'm back, sorry. So, okay, Jenny, family and friends. So if it is their opinion that they say you speak too much truth, one, does that bother you? And two, is that a them thing or is that a you thing? April says, that's the hard part. They are so sweet and full of innocence, and we are so broken and it's totally overwhelming. And so, girlfriend, I totally, I understand, and, I know you know, but, for everyone else on here, okay, so April's one of my best friends, if you guys didn't know. And now we're, Jeep twinsies, which we need to figure out where we're going to put our heart, by the way. Yeah, and so it's peeling back one layer at a time and one layer at a time. And it's so overwhelming. It can feel so overwhelming in the beginning because it's oh my God, I have this thing coming up and this thing. So you ever see that meme of, it's this kid on a roller coaster and he's screaming and freaking out and it's my spirit guide standing next to me woo. It's hold on, bitches, here we go. We are going for a ride and it is crazy. It's not always like that. The spiritual awakening, I feel was oh my God. There were days I was what did I get myself into? But on the other side, oh my God. I mean, there are still days, I'm a human being, just having a human experience. So of course, there are days I still have anxiety. There are still days that I experience stress or overwhelm. The difference is I don't let it rule my life anymore. Because of the work that I've been able to do on myself and the work that I help my clients, my one-on-one life coaching clients through as well, is the intention is to see where this is all coming from and be able to walk myself through this, to walk them through this, to walk you guys through this, to be able to not feel that weight of all of that anymore. And remember, it's all just information. It's all just information. Let's see. I don't know if Jenny, oh, I see you're still on. So, yay, 1 month till BUP. Did I tell you Luke was denied? Did I tell you that? I can't remember. Okay, so Jen, oh. How do you find your life's, hi Aspen. How do you find your life's purpose? That's a really great question. I feel like what I'm feeling really led to say is that as we evolve, as we continuously expand and we uncover our things that are weighing us down, we will continuously rediscover who we are and what we're here to do. And so it's really, one, doing a lot of inner work, journaling, meditation. When I was really on this path, because you guys probably know, I still do it on the back end. You guys know I was health and fitness coaching before I was life coaching. And when I was in health and fitness coaching, I did a lot of life coaching for my team, for my clients. And I was continuously asked, when are you going to actually start life coaching? Because this is clearly what you're meant to do. For years I was asked. And I just knew that wasn't the path for me. And when I started to fully understand that I was meant to step onto this new path of life coaching and healing and, doing readings and things like that, meditation, journaling, nature, disconnecting from the world and going within. So nature is super healing, super healing. And also, if there are things that you're struggling with, like I said at the beginning, for sure, hiring, finding a therapist or hiring a coach to be able to guide you and support you during that time. The more, and I know that's like a really robust thing like a robust answer, but really doing that inner work and surrendering. Because when we grip on to the idea of I have to find my life's purpose, I need to find my life's purpose, there's no room for us to receive. But when we're like, okay, I'm ready to receive what my life's purpose are, and we just breathe and let go, then we're available for the answer to be given to us. We're receiving. And so, again, just to kind of recap, journaling in that inner work, understanding the triggers, understanding the things that are coming up for you, and really just working through the things, and then paying attention, meditation, nature, paying attention to the different signs around you and following them. Does that help? Sometimes we're just like, ugh, that was not the answer I was hoping for. I actually got that from a mentor today. I was like, well, I feel called out. Thanks. Because she basically told me that I wanted help. I am getting closer to hiring help. But she's like, but are you ready to receive help? Because it kind of feels like you're not. And I was like, rude and true. I got some shit to work through. Oh, and she's like, what are you ignoring? Like, what shit are you ignoring by keeping busy, so to speak, by putting too much on your plate? And I've gotten a lot better about delegating, but she's like, nope. I was like, oh God, thanks a lot. Okay, so while I'm waiting for Aspen to reply back, just let me know if that helps or not, or if you want me to elaborate on any of this. Sorry guys, it looks like I'm in like this dungeon. The sun just set, and it's so nice outside, so I'm not going in. My spiritual life coaching program starts on Monday, and I have 2 spots available. I currently have 3 clients, and it's been really incredible. So I have 2 more spots available if you're feeling called to it. This is for you if you are someone that struggles with stress, anxiety, and overwhelm. If you are really noticing the triggers that are coming up for you, or you're just really needing support in any of those realms of struggles. And what we will do is we are going to really take a dive in. My clients say that I am a breath of fresh air and a swift kick in the ass at the same time. And after 3 people said that, I was like, that's a great tagline. I think I'm stealing that. That might be the signature on my email. Kristen Jones. A breath of fresh air and a swift kick in the ass all at the same time. So it's my mission to be able to support you, to guide you, to hold space for you, to hold a high container, a frequency of high, a container of high frequency for you as you are healing on your journey, and also give you the tools and the gentle nudges for you to be able to do the things that it is that you need to do to heal. We have 2 60-minute one-on-one calls a month, as well as a 30-minute call that you can use anytime during the month. And you can, we also do a 60-minute one-on-one quantum Reiki session, a group session that I just did actually today with my clients, that includes your family, because your family is also part of this healing journey too. Their souls signed up for this, but them in the physical body, their brains might not understand the crazy shit that you're going through, and so we just pull them in and we do that healing session with them. And then anytime throughout the month, like my clients, if they're freaking out or if they're just like having a moment, you know what I'm saying? then they can message me on Voxer. We keep in touch daily on Voxer, which is an app where we can walkie-talkie back and forth real time. We can text each other. I typically respond within 24 hours unless I'm on my period. Then I'm going to be a little less responsive, which I do let them know, and I expect the same from them. I'm like, I want you to honor your body. Let's honor our bodies together. Let's normalize not doing all the things every single week of every single month, because we're not built like that. We're just not. What else? You get my meditation series. You get your own private member dashboard. I know that's like a lot of things. I feel like I've been talking for a hot minute about this. So let's see. So yeah, if you're feeling like, I feel like this might be for me, shoot me a message. I will ask you some questions. It's never my intention to pull you into something that you're just like, no girl, I'm not ready, or you're just not ready financially to commit yet. That's okay. I trust in the timing for you. Like when I say that, I feel it and I believe it, and I know that if it is for you, if you are meant to, walk this path, if we're meant to walk it together, then the timing will align. Let's see. So yeah, I was hoping for more. I've been doing all of the above for a year and a half. Yeah, and sometimes it takes a while. I want to say, so when my spiritual awakening started in fall of 2017, when we PCS to Ellsworth Air Force Base near Rapid City, South Dakota. And if you guys don't know this, I have a podcast, Rise Within Conversations. If you go to my website, which I linked above in the comments, AntiRises.com, you can click on podcast, or you can scroll to the bottom and click on podcast. Oh my gosh, my arm is shaking. I want to put this back on. And my first episode, I talk about this in depth, but it started in 2017. The next summer, so almost a year later, and that was when I was like everything felt like it was falling apart, and I was just like desperate. I was desperate for another way. I was like, something has to give. Like, I've been meditating off and on for years, and like I was just miserable, and I just knew there had to be another way. And so that next summer was when I discovered, yes, seriously, oh my God, I never even thought about that. Okay. Now I've got to do some soul searching on that one. So I was introduced to Reiki. I actually heard it from I kept seeing it pop up in random places. It wasn't something I knew, I kind of knew what it was, but I wasn't really sure. And then I was sitting at a coffee shop one day, and love you too. And, some girls, I happened to take my headphones out, and some girls were talking about it next to me, and I was like, what the heck? And then one of my friends, Megan, she actually messaged me close to Veterans Day and was like, hey, I'm partnering with this company that is doing Reiki sessions for veterans and their families for free for Veterans Day. Can I do your family? And I was like, oh my God, yes, please. And you guys may remember the Smile Always movement. Look them up on Facebook, please. That is Megan Andrews. She actually lost her battle to cancer at the beginning of December 5th, and left behind two boys that are around Austin and Colin's age, and her husband. So if you guys feel called to supporting their cause, absolutely. She's like an amazing soul. So she did my first Reiki session, and she helped me really step into this path of this whole realm of spirituality. And I started going through my journey from there. About a year after that, I fully dove into, I started doing some group Reiki sessions, which I still do. I have one coming up next week, I think. And, so it was a 2 to 3 year process for me to fully embody this. Last August, July, at the end of July, I launched my spiritual life coaching program finally. I had to completely you know, I'm still human. I still work through some things, but like I had to, for me, make sure that there were things that I had gone through and really trust that intuition in that process. And also be okay with letting go of, or not even letting go, but working through the fear of what it was going to feel like or be like running a business differently, and also stepping away from, you know, the business that I was doing with Beachbody Multi-Level Marketing to something by myself. And, you know, how that support system would still look with anybody in my team or my clientele there, and, you know, all the ins and outs of it. So that was kind of really long, but like if you want to hear the full story, go check out episode 1 of Rise Within Conversations. I talk about it there. It's really amazing when we look back, because it's like, God, I feel like I'm not. Ooh, okay, Aspen, I just got a really great idea for you. Can you grab your journal and just journal out some different things that have happened in the past year and a half that is proof to you making progress and landing where you are now? Because sometimes it's like, I feel like we're not making progress, and I just happened to look up at the streetlight and it just made me think of this. I talk about this in my podcast too. So it's like the whole street is dark, and you're looking down the street and you're like, I don't know if this is going to make a difference. I'm just going to trust my intuition. I'm going to take a step. Take a couple of steps at a time, and I'm just going to continue to trust. I'm just going to do the thing, and I'm just going to heal the things, and I'm just going to, you know, try new things. And then a street light comes on. And then you do the things for a little bit, and you're like, okay, I'm going to take another step. I'm going to take a little bit more. I'm going to step a little bit further. And then another street light comes on. And then you follow your intuition, and you do the things, and you take a couple more steps, and then another street light comes on. And you keep doing this, and all of a sudden you look back and you realize the whole street is lit up. And all along it can feel like just a bunch of little steps, just a bunch of little things that didn't feel like you were making any progress. But the truth is, you're actually making progress. And the truth is that the small steps are the things that make a difference. Sometimes we're looking for like these huge things, but it's not always the big things. So I hope this was helpful for you guys. Let me see if I've missed anything. Make sure you guys check out my free resources. I left it in the comment section. And also you can check out Rise Within Conversations on my website, AnneSheRises.com, or literally any podcast listening platform. And yeah, there's a lot of really helpful tips in there too. I'm on stories every day. If you're not watching stories, like, come hang out with me. Don't be afraid to message me. I love to talk. Yes, I do mentoring. I do one-on-one life coaching. I do 2 and 4 months at a time. So if you want that information, you can definitely shoot me a message. I'm so sorry for your loss. I'm so sorry for your loss. I can't even imagine. I can't even imagine. Let's see. Ooh, lepidolite. Is that one purple? I feel like I have a lepidolite, like a thumbstone. It's just like you sit and like just rub it. Off the top of my head, I cannot remember what it does, but if it's purple, it's third eye. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm thinking of the right one. I don't know what the meaning is off the top of my head. But intuitively, the purple feels like third eye, and I'm wondering with the gray if it would be like grounding. It's like almost an as above, so below, which is strange, but yeah. You can also, not always, you can also Google. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll just go to Google and I'll just, search, like lepidolite properties, or lepidolite crystal properties, rose quartz crystal properties, blue lace agate crystal properties, stuff like that. And usually it'll pop up. I love that butterfly show up for you too. That's awesome. Uh-oh. I didn't do it. You never know what's going on base. Okay, just scrolling, making sure I didn't miss anything. Anybody have any other questions before I hop off here? I'm starving. Hubby was putting chicken kebabs on the grill. Okay, if you guys don't have any questions, oh, whoops, here. Okay. I've been feeling so drained and distracted. It can feel like a lot when you feel like everything is like going wrong, right? And it's like, I don't even know where to begin. So, okay, let me take a drink really quick and then I'll read this question out loud just for like recording purposes. April asked the damn question. Okay. How do I get back on track and focus? I've been feeling so drained and distracted and depressed. I've lost touch with everything I love and I want to get back to my normal, but I don't know how and where to start. So what is normal for you? What feels normal for you? Or if there were no good or bad, if there were no right or wrong, if you could do anything, what would that look like? And what is making you feel drained? Hey, honey. Okay. Can you turn that light on? Just hanging out in the dark. I don't even think it'll matter because it's... Can you just stand there and jump around? Oh, that literally made no difference. Oh, a little bit. I used to meditate and go out in nature and study crystals. Okay. Does meditation is amazing. It's an amazing way to come back home to yourself. Nature is too. So, if that could be your normal, if you could meditate on what you feel is a regular basis. Hi, Amber. If you could meditate on what you feel like is a regular basis, what would that look like for you? And how can you get out into nature more? And do you feel like work is the thing that is draining you? I have a lot of questions, but I don't want to ask like too many at the same time. I'll just wait for you to respond. I can sing if you want me to. Amber, any new news on those orders? So sometimes, this is coming through for me, but sometimes what we think we need to do is all the things. We want to get back to everything with the way it used to be. And sometimes all it is just one thing, just one little thing. Because you don't want to put too much on your plate where then you're feeling all the feels and then you're also feeling overwhelmed, right? So you're like, oh, now I have I've got to go to work and I've got to meditate and I've got to get out into nature and, right? But what if you just added in one thing? So I would ask yourself, how can I, okay, let me see. In the mornings and before bed, work is, yeah. Okay, so I suppose in the morning and going out, I suppose in the mornings and before bed, work is 1,000,000,000%, I don't know how many zeros that is, but 1,000,000,000% draining me. I've never felt this mentally exhausted before. I almost feel guilty going out in case I get a call and I have to come in or something happens. I know it is something I need to make myself go out and do, but I feel like I can't.
It's time to eat, just to let you know.
I know, thank you.
Okay.
I appreciate you. Okay, so, with your job, do you like what you do? And, would it feel like too much diving back into consistent meditation if you were doing it morning and night? Like, I get a resounding yes, but I'm still gonna ask you. And is your job something that you're on call for? Like, could they handle it if you just chose not to answer the phone? Like, I know there are certain jobs that it's like, no, they need you, but like, is that the case for you? It almost feels like there's a belief that work is the only thing. Like, you can't do anything else because of work. Okay. 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 So you're a huge asset and really good. Yay for being really good at your job. That's amazing. So if you don't enjoy it, so something to think about. So it's, okay, let me see. Let me read the rest of this. I'm just jumping around. I have so much to ask. I have so much to say. Let's see. I'm always on call. They probably could, unless a client that was upset. The job is over soon, so that's hopeful. So what do you mean the job is over soon? Is it like a specific client? What do you do? I'm not sure I know what you do, girl. And can you, one, take a mental health day? Two, can you just let them know, I'm going out, I might not have service, so if I'm not, I won't be reachable during this specific time frame. Is that something? Is that another thought or an idea, something you could do? Oh, yeah. Yeah. Of course you would say something related to taxes. Of course that would be the case right now, right? Of course you're feeling like, what the hell is going on? Oh my God. Yeah. Okay, first of all, can we clap for Hannah, because I could never do your job. We need human beings like you in this world, truly. And the fact that you're so good at it, like seriously, you're a unicorn. I'm not joining extended season, so okay, cool. So, what can you do now? This weekend I'm going camping and letting them all know I won't have service. Yay! Good for you. So yes, can you turn that phone off? Can you take that time for you? Can you just allow yourself to be? And how can you give yourself more nature without going to a place where you know you're not going to have service? I can't even imagine what it must be like right now as someone that works in the taxes field. Seriously. Oh no, it's okay. Okay, so just for the recording purposes, so Hannah can watch back. So, I'm assuming you mean Wi-Fi. So, oh, does it? Of course it does. Let's see. I turned my Wi-Fi off because it was being a pain in the ass. Is it better? Just give me some hearts or something if it's better. Crap. Okay. So hopefully this is on. And Hannah, you can message me too, and I can, kind of repeat some of this. But how can you find nature within your local realm where you're not losing your service? And how can you give that to yourself more? So that's like the first two questions. So how can you give yourself more nature, and how can you give it to yourself more often in your realm where you're connected, and that still connected and reachable? And then two, I lost my train of thought. How can you find more joy in every single day? So how can you allow yourself to feel appreciation and joy in the little things, and allow yourself to shift to that? So every week I have my clients set an intention for the week, as well as a word for the week. And so that word is like their reminder to come, and that's the feeling that they want to cultivate for the week. So how can you set how you want to feel and allow yourself to feel that? And then three, I would ask yourself what meditation looks like for you. Does it feel like too much to meditate in the morning and at night? And how can you fit it into your life in a way that feels good for you? So like I said, I feel like it's a resounding no that meditating 2 times a day is a lot. So, maybe you're starting off once a day, or maybe you're starting off 10 minutes every other day or something like that, in a way that feels good for you, and allowing that to be enough. So I hope that helps. I have no idea if I'm still cutting out. I'm going to hop off. So Hannah, if you have any other questions, or if you guys have any other questions, please feel free to message me. I'm actually going to leave my information for my spiritual life coaching program in the comment sections below as well, so you guys can check that out. Message me if you have any questions about the program. The deadline to enroll is Sunday night. And yeah, this was fun. I hope I can do this again soon. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.